Don't know if it's going to publish to YouTube. But back to doing this again. There might be several of these little 60-minute videos showing up because I got set up on 60 minutes. Lift, turn around, set it up to go down again. This is always the hardest part in any farming on here is combining fields. It takes a little bit of art. Some players probably do it, some players don't. It's not hard to do if you got a couple fields. They're either small or you got a big one, you just want to make one giant run of it. It's a good way to do it, and if you're doing the trophies, this is a good way to knock it down pretty quickly and easy. Combine it and make it as close to, this should be close to 20 by the time we get done doing it, give or take, you know, the math. It was 8 hectare on one, I think close to 15 on the other, maybe give or take. Don't remember the numbers. It might have been 14, but this will get us within range of what I want to do. You know, we had to take some of the field out of the equation due to not lining up, and I'm not playing monkey see, monkey do with my harvesting or sowing skills. I can do it, I just don't feel like doing it. I'm lazy. Lower, back it up until you see the edge of the grass, and then go zip. Basically shaving the earth. Yeah, got quiet there on the video. I was just concentrating. It takes some concentration. Parts of the world still are a frozen tundra, and places that normally don't get cold. Sadly, Texas got turned into a giant Texan popsicle stick. But, you know, people say, oh, it's climate change, we need to cut down on our fossil fuels. Well, if anyone knows anything about Mother Earth, you know, she's going to do what she's going to do, no matter if or what we're doing. But most people don't understand. She will do things to get our attention, to try to get us to knock our behaviors off. Because Mother Nature sometimes doesn't like what we do, and it pisses her off. Unfortunately, there's people out there that don't understand Mother Nature likes to get even. They'll say, oh, Mother Nature don't do that. That ain't how it works. Science has proven this, that, and the other. Really, has science proven it? Science sometimes don't even know their own ass from a hole in the ground. You know, it's like this whole pandemic crap going on. Still say it's a man-made virus made in a lab because that Chinaman, you know, wound up dead. No one winds up dead blowing a whistle on something unless it has some validity. You know, poor pandemic has tore all kinds of families up, unfortunately, and it's very, very sad. And bull crackers, you know, it's one of those things. A lot of families suffered losses, either family members, jobs, you know, all kinds of different kind of losses, you know, financial, different things, and it's just bonkers and more bonkers. And what are we supposed to do, you know? It's, it's like, what are we supposed to do, you know? It's like, now we just gotta find something big enough to, oh no, not you again. Oh no, not you again. Now that's about 15 meters. 15 meters isn't bad. But I want to be able to, like, do a giant, you know, run. I should do almost like 30 meter, you know. You know. See what kind of trouble I get myself into trying to figure this out. We got the Air Hawk. This 25. You know. Yeah. Requires less horsepower, you know. Need at least 500 ponies. And I think I got this air cart hook up to it on Westbridge Farm. I think I did it with a forklift, so we're gonna try it again. Yeah. See if I can just pull it over here and then we'll get a tractor to hook it all up. This is not the tool that you want to try this shit. It's very hard turning these vehicles with the swing front axles. They're not easy. Because then you're playing which way should go. Because they start going wonky. This is no easy task. Look at the summit over here. Jump out. I see that's gonna have to come up. That's what I had to do last time. So we're gonna need a forklift. Knew that much going into this. I had to use one last time. Forklifts are always fun. The little Mamui. Yes, you can use this this big old bugger, but this little itty bitty one just takes a little time and patience, and a little bit of scooting it this way and lifting it. Get it up there. Actually, I gotta be a little farther back from it. Gotta be like up here against the hoses. And stick the fork in. Go up, tilt forward. Come up just a little. And there you go. hook it up. There you go. That's how you do that. That's how you hook up this piece of Bordeaux equipment that is the 3020 to the bigger tank. It involves lifting this boom here and hooking it. Sadly, it takes a little bit of finagling, but you can get it. And you just go like this. You just lower the forks in the fork wheel, and you back away. Now we're going to need some horsepower to pull all this. And you're like going, do you have a big bud? I have a big bud. I don't have the Giant's big bud, but this is a perfect time to try out the Modder's big bud. They have updated it to the one that used to be in Indiana. Coincidentally funny, and it came from, of all places, Montana, where the Wilkers are, and it's now actually been put back to work. There's a YouTube video of the Welkers going. The company came up with a set of tires and a way to put different set of tires on there, so it can have a modern set of tires that can be replaced. That ain't old as the hills. There it is. And those are the updated wheels right there. There's a little bit of overkill, but that's what you need. I've been wanting to use this mod. Now we'll get to use it. I normally don't use these mods with the twisting center chunks. They are, to me, a little fiddly. Let's see how this goes. Now we're just holding outside. Bring this over here. And we need to open the cover. This is how to get fun. Because now we gotta fill it. Yes, we had a slight problem with the auger wagon. I went a little big on my thing, but that's alright. That totally sucks. Let me stick the C can down. Oh yeah, C can be stuck down, but it's gonna be right smack dab in the way. This is a little bit aggravating. That's a little aggravating. Trying to figure out how we're going to do this. That's the aggravating part of it. Yeah. Well, let me put a seed tank here. Alright. Close the cover. We figured it out, guys and gals. That's about everything in life. Adapting and overcoming things. Unfold the sower. I guess we'll do wheat. Big bad boy right here. This ought to get real interesting. Lower. Turn on. Here we go. There we go. Get this thing going. There we go. Too many articulating parts. That's what's got to be done to get this done. Not easy to do, but hey, we're doing it. Nothing wrong with the Giants version of this tractor. I just felt time to give out this mod a try out and see what it looks like, you know, done by a modder. You know, we've all seen the Giants one, and it's kind of cool. Someone actually went and put the modern, you know, wheels that they put on it and remodeled it and everything. It looks pretty good. Pulling really good. It's probably ain't the best seeding, sowing, and fertilizing job, but that's a big piece of equipment I'm trying to chuck around this big old farm, you know, in this little spot. The piece of equipment is ginormous. Yeah, $50 word, ginormous. Let's see, we're gonna try to get it to pivot, without losing any. Oh shit. Yeah, we are in big time. Let's see if we can get this thing to rotate. Maybe go straight. Like I said, too many like things going like multiple directions, which is proving to be a big problem. You know, great tractor. I just don't know how to drive this kind of crap because I don't normally use this articulating style tractor. Hey, back over here. I'm gonna have to use a different tractor. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like I drunk a monkey down that way. There's like one too many articulating pieces, so we'll probably end up getting a different tractor. Not saying this can't do it, it's just too many moving parts for my liking. I'll give it a try and try to finish this out. It's not easy driving this time because this thing's got so many. Using the air carts are not easy. When you got a tractor that articulates in the middle, and this is just byproduct of the game physics, I think. I don't think in real life they have that much hydraulic throw to them. They're probably a lot slower, but who knows? I don't know. Perfect good mod. Lurking along, lurking. We got a big giant donut circle up here. And this is what it takes to, when you combine two fields, you gotta use big equipment. It's not easy. It's like some things in life, sometimes you just need a bigger hammer. Working on getting this platinum is a pain in the world. Take it, swing it this way, start swinging it this way. Crazy. 30-minute mark again. And there's part 2 to hit 60 and upload it, and then I'll finish this off a broadcast. I don't think you want to sit here and watch me do this all day. Posted 9,000 small little videos and make you go, what are we watching here? We're watching paint dry dudes and do this. And doodle canoodles and hoodles and doodles. Be nice if we can go faster while you're doing this. Sadly, you can't. We're making headway. Do 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 do. It's like watching paint dry, literally. Wind's picking up. Not good. We're gonna get ourselves a large tractor that isn't swiveling in the middle. That swiveling is very hard to control. I gotta see how much horsepower I need for this crazy converters. They don't give you none on the air cart, sadly. Not the horse. About 500. I find a tractor that makes about 500 horse. That don't swivel in the middle? Yes. That's 340. Another tractor. Yeah, that swivel point's enough to drive you bananas. It drives me bananas. I just haven't figured out how to work it. You know. This one here's got quadra steer, which will make it a little easier all-wheel steering. Just a little. I think it'll handle better. That's my opinion. We all got opinions. Opinions are like butts, buttholes. We all got one. We all got ear holes, you know. And off we go again. So this I can actually drag it where I want it. A little bit nicer than the quadering front, the multi-link. Yeah, it's a little more responsive. See, a little more control. Probably should have went big on the wheels. No, probably missing about a quarter. Nope, doing all right. Get myself way out here. About 20 minutes or so, I'll be cutting this off. Finish this up. Cause I got a whole field to do. Didn't give up on the bud. It was nice using it. It did some good work. But it's time to do something a little modern. I don't like the center steer stuff. So I don't use wheel loaders on here. They're just, you know, if someone could mod a wheel loader that had four-wheel steering just like this, I think it'd be a little bit better, I think. I would like it. I don't know about anyone else. Just that center pivoting thing is just a little, you know. I don't know with the algorithm, you know, the ones and zeros of the game, if they can find a way to slow it down, because there's no way in real life the hydraulic system can make them snap that quick, you know. They just really, really sensitive, real quick steer. It's just something that I'm not too sure about, you know. I got this halfway sewn. This is with a cloth. I forget what it is that I'm driving, but it's nice. It's getting the job done. Big Bud did its good job. Thanks to the modders that made it happen. I'm bringing in the updated version. You know, this Cool Giants, you know, lets the modders put their touches on the things and bring the mods up to the 21st century on some of them that have had changes and updates in real life. Makes this game really fun, you know, and gives a creative aspect. A lot of games out there don't have a mod system or a place to load them up to, you know. Basically, mods for this enhances your game. It don't really cheat. You know, and every once in a while you need money help because your loans on here only go up to $500,000, I think. And then when you're really trying to get these trophies, you know, you gotta have some big toys. Hopefully I'll make it to the end before I shut this off. this done. Get the cruise control kicked in. Yeah, this thing's driving a little slower than the Bud. Not by much. No, that's all good. It's got a little more horsepower than the 500 required. This game is relaxing to play, you know. It gets frustrating at times when you're trying to do stuff. It's like life, you gotta try to figure out how to deal with frustrations and stay calm. Which I'm still gathering that feat. Cats have all calmed down. They've been fed, watered, and just dusting along on this. Hopefully make it up here to the end. So we can end part 2 and maybe there'll be another one later on today. If not, be one soon. So we'll see how far we get before I click it off. Down here in the heart of the map, this part of the map is very beautiful. This map was well done. I like it. And don't have nothing to complain. It's very, very well laid out. I like the blue water tower. I like the BGA down here. It looks very awesome. If anyone that's on console or PC, you might want to give this a try. It's a very interesting map. I like how it's got ditches. You know, there's not a lot of maps with actual ditches like in real life. So this map is a wonderful one, very wonderful. And I like it. Yeah. And about time to go steering. Yep. Get this thing into bunky doo. About got the wall. Which is gonna happen, you know. Quickly pull this way. So we don't get that big of a wave. And get this thing where I want it. And next time we come in, this should be grown and everything, and I'll show you how we're going to harvest it. Yeah, gotta get it first all planted, fertilized seed. Doing good on the seed, doing good on the fertilizer. Got the auger standing by in case we need it to fill up. You know, worst case scenario, I'll have to load the forklift up and buy the one that goes strapped down and get the rigid and unhook the air cart. I have to use the forklift to hook it back up. But yes, you can use this big old monstrous tanker behind the entry level Bordeaux smaller hoe drill. Just remember back in the clip to the forklift. Forklift helped lift that little hitch up, line it up, you know, bada bing bada boom. You can do things in this game, you just gotta get creative on how to do it, because they will hook together. Some stuff will hook together and some stuff won't. But these pieces of equipment should be intertwinable. Most of the air carts should be intertwinable with each other, it just depends on how they hook up. So, before we go, I will show you what air cart I'm using with what equipment. I have the air cart 71300 air cart hooked to the 332076 Paralink hoe drill, which it's got its own hoe drill that goes with it. But I'm using the bigger tank on it to give us a little more range. Can you do it in real life? I don't know, and I don't give two shits, because that's for real farmers to figure out. If this equipment exists and they can afford it, they can afford to play around with it. On here, I made it work. You know. I'll probably end up clicking it off soon because we're about to hit the 15-minute mark. I love, look at that on the outside of the map. Got little oil pumper-lumpers out there. Beautiful animations. You know, this is a well done map. I haven't seen any flaws, noticed any glitches yet. It's nice seeing more maps being done. Hopefully TNT modding, you know, survives the bear poking he did, and I think it's cool when modders push the envelope like TNT modding did. You know, his Eureka Farms, his Buck County. I love the mods inside the mods. You know, that makes the game even more fun. I don't know why the mod hub got their knickers in a wad, but you know, to each your own. You know, modders need to push the envelope, poke the bear like he did. You know, got to be a trendsetter sometimes, and being a trendsetter, you get chastised a little more, but to each their own. You know, it's like that whole track fiasco thing towards the end of last year. You know, who knew that it was a broken mod? Everyone thought it was a mod to use. You know, heck, sometimes shit happens. But I think it's cool if modders add stuff, you know. That's what I kind of wish would have happened with, like, the farm that you can grape harvest. It would have been nice. Black Eyes modding would have, I think it's Black Eyes modding that came up with that. Would have had that equipment inside there, you know. Included it in there like TNT did with the modified equipment he had in his, you know. Because it's got to be the map's got to be tested anyways, and if you got the vehicles in there in the map already, then you know that kills several birds with one stone, and that makes sure that your mods are going to work, you know, and pass with flying colors, you know. Oh yeah, Ishia Farms, that's what it is, and I think they got one or two other ones that require certain equipment. But I think it's cool when modders do add their own equipment that they've modded, you know, or made and add it. Because the map's getting tested, might as well have the equipment get tested at the same time, you know. That way, you know, that equipment is with that map, you know, until, you know, other modders talk to that modder that originally made it and add it to their map as a script. And then release it individually into the mod hub, you know. But if it's going to be something specific that you're going to need for a certain map, then just leave it in there. You know, that's my opinion. You know, I like modders that push the envelope, you know. I'm a little stuck. Here we go. I got a little stuck, guys. That happens when you're doing this. I like seeing modders push the envelope, you know. It reminds you of how America became America, you know, a melting pot. Everyone pushed the limits, the barriers on inventions and stuff. Oop, we're getting a little swingy. Getting a little swingy. Get this all pulled back out straight, you know. We're kind of like driving around like a drunken monkey. But that's like with your own life. You gotta figure out how to make your life as sustainable and as best as you can. You know, you gotta modify your way of thinking. You know, if you do everything like everyone else is doing it, you have none of your own identity. And sometimes we gotta borrow stuff from people around us to make ourselves a better person and make a better product of ourselves, but still being true to ourselves and not becoming someone that we don't know. And we're about time to blip out, save it, and we'll be on to the next episode. Do 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 do. Yay! Going pretty good. Did a down low look at this thing. It's tracking straight. I got the cruise control on. And on that note, we are gonna cut the broadcast. We'll cut it about on double nickels. Try to at least. If not, hey.